Vacations are in full swing. While you may have your usual getaway destinations, some non-traditional excursions could also be a bit of freshness to your summer travel. Joining me now from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is Mark Murphy, founder and CEO of Travel Pulse. Mark, thanks for joining us. Let's break it down here for our viewers, especially on the East Coast. Where's a good spot to visit?
Well, you know, a non-traditional thing to do is go check out a small little town, and I love New Hope, Pennsylvania, and the sister town across the river in New Jersey, which is Lambertville. And New Hope's very quirky. It's this like eclectic little town, great little cafes, restaurants. You can stay in an old Victorian bed and breakfast. You can do stuff on the river. You can go antiquing. You hop over to the Lambertville side, again, additional restaurant options, stores. It's just very relaxed, small town feel, but upscale and really nice for a getaway in the summer.
New Hope, Pennsylvania. That was not on my radar.
You should check it out.
I'm a Florida girl, and Mark, I love Florida, but if that's not the destination, but you want something in the South, where else could you go?
Well, you know what? Something that's a little off the beaten path is the Natchez Trace. So, you know, fly into Jackson, Mississippi, and the Natchez Trace is 450 miles long, and all along the way you can do fishing and hiking, and you can even do horseback riding, and it's a beautiful two-lane road, and it gives you the history of the United States from the Civil War era like nothing else. And I would highly encourage anybody that's a history buff or wants to learn more about American history to do the Natchez Trace. You don't have to do the whole thing, but you can do parts of it, and it's really wonderful.
That sounds very interesting. We know President Obama and the first family headed out west for a vacation this summer, but if you're looking at the Rockies and to head out west, what's your recommendation?
Well, I can tell you the Obamas are not doing hut hiking in Colorado now, are they? So, but I would certainly check that out. That is really neat. Skiers will do hut hiking in the back country.
What exactly is that, Mark?
Well, you basically have these station cabins, if you would, that are set apart. So as you hike or ski in between, you get your exercise in, you're exploring nature and everything else, and then you get to your next stop, and that's where you put up for the night. Many of them have food provisions brought in advance, so you're not hiking your food in, and they're actually really wonderful. They get booked up very quickly, so you want to do that and get ahead of it. But I checked it this morning, and there are plenty of dates still available, so take a look at that. Just Google it online, hut hiking in Colorado. It's wonderful.
Oh, and it's
Summer
so
in the
beautiful.
mountains is fantastic.
Yes, I was just saying it's gorgeous this time of year.
Yeah, and if you want to do something a little further west, I absolutely love Sedona, Arizona. It's really between the Red Rocks. I mean, they say that God created the Grand Canyon, but God lives in Sedona, which I think is pretty appropriate because the healing powers that the Native Americans felt that the rocks and that area provided draws many people there. And you can get out and explore and do Jeep tours and everything else, but they also have world-class spas and the ability to connect spiritually, which a lot of people are trying to do these days with wellness travel. So definitely a hot trend.
That's a good point, wellness travel. Everyone likes a little lift me up, and that's a great idea. Now, you tell us there's one state that's largely overshadowed for travel, but actually has a lot to offer.
Well, Alaska is an amazing destination, right? It's spectacular, but it's really a summer travel destination, and it's very driven by the cruise industry, and it's very driven by older Americans. People wait till they retire to go to Alaska, and I say don't wait, go now, because I've been there many times, and you can take a helicopter ride from Juneau and land on a glacier called the Mendenhall Glacier, get out and hike on the glacier, and that's amazing. You can do dog mushing. So you can actually take a dog sled out and do that. You can go to Denali National Park, where you can drive your own car in for about 15 miles, but then the rest of it are these buses that look like school buses. They're really school buses, and you do this incredible wildlife viewing, and Mount McKinley is your backdrop. I mean, you can't get more spectacular than Alaska in the summertime. And the reason it's overlooked is because people just think it's too far to get to, but you can definitely get up there and enjoy a getaway, and it's really not as far as you think. So definitely explore Alaska.
Mark Murphy, founder and CEO of Travel Pulse. Thanks for the recommendations, Mark.
You're welcome, Rena.